Welcome back to another Stunt Culture video. Today we're holding another small open gym. We're going to work on a few skills and hopefully we'll run you guys through a few tutorials as well. I think we might do the reverse hands half round because we've had a few people ask for that skill. But we're just waiting for everyone to get here because everyone's been slack and they're a little bit late. So let's do it. Wait, what are you guys doing?
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Have you guys been doing these lately?
A little while.
Yeah.
On weekends,
once a month, once every 2 months. Oh, so all the time?
All the time.
Are you going to pop it through?
Yeah,
just going to send it.
Cool. Send it Sunday.
Nice. I like it.
That's what, yeah.
Hello, Carmen. Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
What's the goals today?
Just some basic skills and getting our grips right.
Yeah, so what in particular?
We're
You
doing
live?
some tosses and some walk to tops.
Yeah.
And maybe just pulling some libs.
Walk to lip?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. Get some skills going.
Sounds good. What are you doing? What do you want?
Walk top.
Walk top? Sweet. Cool. And you're going to squeeze your feet? Nice, guys. Get those legs straight, Charlie. Make sure you lock your legs out. Exaggerate it, okay?
Yep.
Alright, well, what are we doing first? Is that what we're doing? The pop over?
Yeah.
Alright.
Here we go.
You already know don't do anything yet. You squeeze. As a flyer, please don't do anything. Just squeeze, stay tight. So a lot of people when they do this at first, I did it heaps. I would like try and launch it across to the other side. Think about Passover. So you want to be centered. The flyer should pretty much stay in the same spot. And from here, you're dipping and then it's like tiny little pop just so that she's weightless off your hands and you're actually replacing through. But you stay in the same spot, don't think about like transferring off at all. And literally like I keep my other hand in a high V and as I dip, I like start to bring it in so it's nice and close. And as I push up, that's when like I transfer across. So really just think like pass rather than pop. Because even when you think pass, you're still probably going to give it too much, which is like what everyone does. Alright, so we're just going to run through the walk to reverse hands and then half up. We've had a few people ask for this and this is like a really good skill obviously to do before like hands full around. Most people when they're doing the hands full around they'll give it too much and they're just trying to like throw it. But honestly if you can do the half around and you do the full around exactly the same and you give it like 10% more, you'll be able to hit this easy. So for the grip for the walk to reverse hands, obviously make sure you've done the walk to hands first before trying this because you need to be able to do that easily. But for the grip, I put my right hand on her right foot, my index finger on her heel, the palm of my hand on the ball of her foot, and then I put my other hand underneath that hand. Some bases do kind of hold in front a little bit. This is just the way that I prefer to do it because I'm actually releasing. Now when you do this, stay down low, keep your elbows in, keep the foot like as close to you as possible. Drive up through your legs and give that little bit of a shrug at the top. You want that little bit of a pop through your legs, a little bit of a shrug for the release. You're still going to keep your hands in nice and close, but as you release, you're going to turn your hands, keep them about shoulder width apart or a little bit closer. It depends on your flyer because they're going to keep their feet shoulder width apart. Shrug and then absorb to catch. Now when you first catch this, it's going to feel really, really awkward for the flyer. You're going to have to think about like putting more pressure through their heels and pulling their toes down more than you would. Also, it's a good idea to just lift your elbows up a little bit just so their foot is more level because you're more likely going to push through their toes too much which is going to push their butt back and it's going to make them feel like they're falling off. So Christine will tell you what she thinks about so that it's not so awkward.
So just starting with the actual walk to reverse hands, you obviously have to over-exaggerate the push over like you do with a normal walk to hands. After you've finished pushing right over, you need to make sure you're standing up nice and fast, and then freezing in that position, shoulder width apart. With the stance, it is going to feel really funny, and it's going to feel like there's no one on your heels, but you just have to make sure you keep nice and flat-footed, ready for the actual pop.
Cool, so now for the throw. From here, the most important part for both the base and the flyer we have found is just the flyer getting their feet together. At first, people try and spin it too much. Honestly, as the base, I don't even try and spin it. The flyer should be able to spin easy enough for that quarter or half at most. So the main thing I think about is that quick shrug from the bottom, dip through your legs, drive through your legs, quick shrug. Think about snapping their feet together. Don't think about helping them turn just yet. Just get those feet together. Then you'll either catch to the side for some flyers, or if they spin really easily, you'll bring it all the way around to the front. Now you don't want the flyer doesn't want to like hit the front and stop because they'll probably overspin. The flyer literally wants to just think about spinning to the side and then rolling through to the front. So quick shrug, get that grip, and then snap through to the front.
Okay, so once you're in that hands position, you're squeezing everything nice and tight. The only thing that I think about is just snapping those feet together. Okay, so once you're in that hands position, keeping nice and flat-footed, all we're thinking about doing is just snapping those feet together. If you start to rock before you go, it's going to make it really hard to make it stay on top of the base. So really just think flat feet and then snapping them straight together as soon as you get that pop, and then spotting for the 3/4 mark. Obviously with this, we're only going half, so it's just the quarter, but in any other spinning, it's the quarter before the front.
Alright, so we'll do one of those now so you can kind of see what it should look like. So another common problem, which I actually did a little bit then, is that first basers don't attack the feet quick enough. They kind of shrug through and give it that bump, and then they wait a second to like try and catch it softly. But if your arms are bent, which like mine were right then, it's going to be harder to catch. It's going to come down and probably turn. So try and attack the feet. As soon as you shrug and you think about snapping your feet together, attack and drive through, because the stunt's going to be more stable if you do that. So we're going to do that one more time. I'm going to attack the feet a little bit quicker so that hopefully it hits cleaner. All right. Yeah, make sure you do this a bunch before trying the full round. If you're not hitting it like completely clean, just keep doing it. Because when you go to do the full round, if you think about doing the exact same thing, you're actually going to be really close to hitting it. It might just be a little bit short, and then the flyer can just spin a tiny bit more.
Just one tip for the flyers, because the only thing you want to be thinking about is snapping your feet together. There's one exercise you guys can do, which is inner thigh snap. So just getting a band or any sort of resistance, and then just snapping those feet together, holding, and then releasing.
Awesome. Let us know how you go with that. And let us know as well what other skills you want us to talk you through.
One, two.
Oh, damn!
Look
Right,
past
okay.
them.
Squeeze. Squeeze your toes.
Very smooth. Very, very smooth.
Like. Yeah, I'm going to spin a little. Just like that. Like, don't overspin.
Let's see it, Jody.
Hit the full round. One, two.
Oh, keep those legs together. Charlie.
Yeah?
Those feet together. Squeeze your glutes.
Just straight up.
Thank you, big boy.
It's 90% of the battle is getting onto the quick position.
Yeah. looks like I'm gonna film that.
Can't believe I got
But
that.
I only got it from hands.
That's okay.
That was so
That
nice.
was so
But
nice.
follow through, you like just like wait for it.
Yeah, they should be like locked in. The bag. Lock. Ready? Feet together. 1, 2. Hands. Let's do it again. Hands.
Again.
Yeah. Ready? Feet together. 1, 2.
You guys all good? You guys have fun?
So if you guys have any questions about any of the skills we did in this video, in particular, obviously that reverse hands and then half around, just let us know in the comments below. Also, let us know what other skills you would like to see in future videos. And if you guys are near like the Newcastle or Sydney area, hit us up on Instagram because maybe you could come to one of our open Sundays because that'd be pretty sweet. But we'll see you in the next video. Peace.